My build is already doing some pretty incredible things on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. You might see a highlight play every now and then from some people, but how about back-to-back fadeaways from deep? It's going to be lit. Stay tuned, and let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally came. My build is now good enough to go to the park and dominate. 92 overall offensive threat, and yes, I recently just hit Superstar 3. I have been grinding, so please drop a like, and let me show you this for those of you that haven't seen. We have a 78 badge build. As you guys can see, I've got 4 finishing, 20 shooting, max out playmaking, and 10 defensive badges. So we're very close. We're about 20 something badges away from maxing out this build, but I had to go to the park and try it out to see how good it could be. So guys, this build is already insane, but honestly, let's just let the gameplay do the talking. Drop a like and let's get straight into the gameplay. If you haven't seen my build, I highly recommend you go check it out after this video. 78 badges, able to get Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame Quick First Step, Rim Protector, very important things that a lot of builds are missing out on, as well as having a very high badge count. And on top of that, having badges in the correct categories, because a lot of people are overloading their builds and putting badges into categories that they will not use, or the badges that they're putting into categories that will barely help them when it could help them a lot more in other spots. So you see right off the bat, catch and shoot green. You already know I'm going to be able to shoot on this build easily. I'm bailing out, passing right there to Claude. He does not shoot it. Hold on, no stamina. Pull up green. Just like that, 16% covered, no stamina. Not even maxed out on the badges. That's exactly why we created this build, ladies and gentlemen. We want to be offensive juggernauts, but at the same time, 18 defensive badges. If you're able to use over 18 defensive badges on your build, well, hats off to you. But 18 is a very good amount. You're most likely going to be just sitting there putting on badges you don't need after that. So you see, I tried to fade away from real deep. And I'm talking about, by the way, on a point guard position, on a center, yes, 25, that will be good for you. But I tried to fade away from deep first try. See, this man knows what he's doing. Now, like I've been saying, unless 2K does an incredible gameplay patch, this will be my forever, for the rest of the year, best build on NBA 2K21 Next Gen, because it has all the right badges and all the right spots. It has a max block rating, so we're getting insane shot contest. It's going to have an 89 at 99 overall, and we're running this at the 1. Hall of Fame rim protector, so no one is just dunking on me. You see what we're able to do on this build. We have 10 more shooting badges than my last one. We have more playmaking. We have the same amount of finishing and just a little bit less defense, but more of an offensive build. And the reason why I did that is because on my build that has like 22 defensive badges or something like that, I'm literally just using badges for fun. Like, I'm using Clutch Defender, which by the way is a good badge, but what I mean is I'm just throwing on badges because I have leftover ones. That's why we wanted to go with more playmaking and more shooting, because those to me are the badges in the categories that you need the most of. You know what I'm saying? That you can actually use those, and those are going to be very helpful to you. So you see that 85 block is a lot different. You're not doing that on me. You're not getting some crazy and contested shot for a clip on Twitter, and people are going to say, oh, the shot contest system is so bad. Well, a lot of people, it does show up as a very high contest, but at the same time, they have a low block rating. They didn't want to upgrade their block. Now, I'm telling you guys right now, we've had this interior defense talk. Hold up, pulling up green. You already know what time it is. I'm telling you guys right now, from my experience, I have Hall of Fame rim protector now, and I really do not think you need interior defense. Now, we've had this conversation. There's people on one side, one on the other. We really don't know for sure what interior defense does, where it helps you at, because in my theory, hold up, get off the court, see you, Steph Curry. But in my theory, in my hypothesis, you know what I'm saying, I do believe that interior defense does work, but it's only when you're under the goal. 90% of the time, as you're running on a guard, and you see I'm missing that shot right there, 90% of the time, you're on a guard, right? You see I have no steal rating. You guys seen that. No steal rating, and I'm still getting steals. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, and I make some incredible shot. I don't know how I missed the first shot and then made that, but 90% of the time, you are trying to block your opponent from the hip or from the back. Especially when you're getting ISO'd, anytime like that, unless you're a center. You see my new build is doing some insane things, by the way, just cracking people. Unless you're a center, you're not really under the goal, sitting down there positioned to block a dunk. Now, usually even when you are, you're still going to get dunked on. Look at this snatch block. I had to leave it in, pulling up green. So, in my opinion, there's no reason to upgrade steal or interior defense from the games that I have played. If you haven't played the game, that's one thing you just can't give your opinion on because you haven't played the game, you haven't seen how it works. I have Hall of Fame rim protector on, and I'm playing great defense in the paint with 0 interior defense. So I feel like it only works when you're under the goal in that position. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people, if you do want interior defense, yes, it does work, but think about what position you're playing and think about also how many times you're going to be under that goal versus being able to upgrade perimeter defense or block or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to help a lot more to have the other things up because usually you're not in that position to have to do that. So you see, we're just fading for fun. That's why we created this build. The number one thing was for obviously the block rating and to have 10 more shooting badges. We don't want to be out here missing. I want to shoot 70% as a normal percentage. Right there, I'm trying to fade from dummy deep. Sometimes it happens, you know what I'm saying? You can't make them all. Even Tycino, if you guys watch his streams, he doesn't make every single fadeaway, especially not from super deep. But the reason why I'm showing you all this video is because these are my first runs on this build. Of course, I've got to get used to it. I'm going to lose some games. If you beat me, congrats. I don't have the build maxed out yet on the badges. There's a lot of things that we have to work on. It's a new build. It's not maxed out. I don't have it to 99, so I don't have +4 and all the stats. But we did make it look real nice. We came out here and we played pretty darn good. I can obviously, tell you guys from even before playing in the park, this build is much better. It's got Hall of Fame quick first step. We have rim protector. We have a high block rating. We're able to get all the contact dunks right away. We can speed boost right away, unlike my other build, I'm pretty sure. So there's a lot of things that this build has over the other one right off the bat. Not even, oh, you have to hit 99 overall, you have to hit blah, blah, blah. It's got more badges. You're able to get all those things I just talked about. And just look at the steals, man. Just look at the steals, y'all. Green, just like that, pulling up, not even maxed out shooting badges yet, but 20 is good enough. Trust me, you're going to be smacking out there. And I told you guys, you only need around 9 to 12 shooting badges once again. Maybe even a little less depending on your playstyle, especially if you're spot up, you really don't need a lot of badges. I'm coming down just absolutely destroying my defender. But it just depends on your playstyle. You do not need a lot. The reason why we went with so many on this build is because I want to be a perfect shooter. I want to go out here and shoot 70% as an average. You know what I'm saying? I want to shoot 70% as it was a normal game, But then most games, I want to dominate. I don't even want to miss. Maybe one miss is acceptable once we get these 24 shooting badges. And right here, this is the build you want to make. If you're getting the game for Christmas, if you're getting the system soon, if you guys already have the game and you're looking for an end of the game build, this is it right here. Yes, there is builds that will get you more badges, but they're not in the right categories, in my opinion, from my play style. If you guys play anything similar to me, this right here is your build. Now you've seen I ISO, I take screens. If you play any, and I played threes too. I showed you guys that I played OFAB. He's an E-League player, professional, and he tagged me on Twitter and said, "Oh, you're super glitchy" and stuff like that. Like, this is a build that, unless you're like a spot up, this is it right here. There's no place outs, and you see right there on that layup, I had shot aiming on for the layup. I got a left, and I still made it. I was trying to try out aiming and how it looks with the Relentless Finisher Hall of Fame, see if I could make a lot more layups. It doesn't do it. Like I told you guys in the video, it was from days ago when I had that on. It was for Relentless Finisher on Hall of Fame. A lot of people think that you need so many finishing badges, and I'm telling you, Relentless Finisher does almost nothing. It makes you make layups more, it says in the badge description. But if you go down and you're going for that dunk and you don't get it, 9 times out of 10, Fearless Finisher is not going to help you at all. You are meant to miss that if they if they get a good contest. So it just depends on your build. It also depends on who is down there. If a center's down there, say goodbye. But you see the things we're doing, like where that's not even Curry right there. That's some beyond Curry type fading from half court. Just literally look at this. Oh my gosh, 28%. Could have made that if I was wide open, but he got a very good shot contest. And I honestly would have made that if it was on the line. It's just you can't hit those contested when they're that far back. Sometimes you can, but the game's not really going to let you do that. So we're coming down to the end. 19-6, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Drop a like if you haven't yet. It really does help me out. Like I told you guys yesterday, man, the creators are going through it right now on the game because no one's really got the game. So please drop a like. It supports me a lot more than you know, gets me in recommended stuff like that. So if you really do support me, man, just click it, tap it, do whatever you got to do. Jump off the top ropes, just whatever you got to do, man. Make sure it's blue. You see right here, I have no clue how I just lost the ball. That was really weird. I've never seen that this entire year. I go back door, get the dunk. It's your boy Badge Plug. You've been plugged in, and I'm out. Peace.